chavales no la usan para jugar, la usan para poder creer.
Buenos días. Hola, 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 Greta. Bonjour. How are you today? Are you warming up a bit? What's the temperature? Oh, I think my other phone, my alarm is going off. Good morning, good morning. Hola. I'm going to turn off my alarm for my other phone. Good morning, good morning. How is the temperature, Greta? Oh, in the 20s. Oh, that's still cold. Yes. Oh my God. I am so sorry. Wow. No bueno. No bueno. Well, I'm glad you're here. Maybe you'll feel a little warm after you work out. All right, let's do it. There was a sister who wanted the link. Gloria Lewis, I think her name is. I hope she comes on. All right, let us stretch. This one is a nice stretch for the legs. Remember to breathe. Bonjour, good morning, good morning. Yes, I just blink and the week is over and I'm thinking, what have I accomplished this week? I haven't done much. How come it's Friday already? Oh my God. Yes. Oh man. All right. Very good. Let's move it. All right. Now let's open the legs. Let's move. Get the hips moving. Yes. All right. Now we're going to do the arms. 1, 2, stretch. 3, 4, stretch. Keep your feet on the ground. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have a slight bend on your knees, okay? Don't put pressure on your back. And then let's go to the side. 2, 3. Ooh, that's good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you're really pushing, okay? Make it count. Yes, yes, yes. Now let's go down. 1, touch the ground, up. 2, touch the ground. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go down. Oh, stretch, stretch, stretch. Grab the ankles. Go from side to side. That feels amazing, right there. Stretch it. And then curve. Curve your shoulders in. You stretching the upper back. And bring the shoulders back. And curve. and back, and curve. Woo! So good. Now bend the knees and let's squat. You know I'm still trying to squat really low, but no, I'm not there yet. Probably won't get there, but that's okay. We try. And then come up a little bit. Put your elbows to your knees and push. Push against the knees. Feel the inner thighs. Oh, I feel it somewhere else too. Ah! And slowly up. 2, 3, 4, 5. So good. Inhale up. And giving thanks to the universe, to God, for waking you up today. So if one day you come here and I'm not on, it could be that He has called me home during the night, which is what I pray for. Up, 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 up. Push towards the sky. And then bring it down. That feels amazing. Let's roll. Roll the shoulders. Roll. Your shoulders should be nice and supple, right? And forward. 2, 3, 4, 5. And up and down. And up to the ears and down. Up to the ears and down. Oh, so good. Now come down. Knees are straight, and you're going to push straight ahead. Push your body forward. Push it. Push it real good. Push it. Push, push, push. Oh, you feel that? You feel it all the way in the core, and you're pushing your body forward, right? So good. All right, let's roll down. Yes. Oh my goodness. So good. Now let's walk your hands out. And we're going to come on the toes. And down. Push your booty back. Stretch it. And come up on the toes. And back. Push back. Push. Up on the toes. Back. All right, let's walk the hands some more. And this is our stretch. Feel it. Strong arms. Woo. And go back. And push your booty back. Push it. Push. Woo. We got 2 more of those. So good. And then walk up. And up we go. Yes. On your toes. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it in your hips. And back. Push. You got 1 more. Push your booty back. Push it. We stretch those hips. We do. Last one. Walk your hands up. And up on the toes. You see my toes? Yep. Whoo. So good. And then back. All right. Last push. Last push. All right. Come center. Bring your knees in a little bit. Bend your knees. And let's roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Doesn't that feel amazing? Bring your chest up, 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 up. All right. Woo. I felt those. Feel the hips. Oh, so good. Breathe. All right. Let's just do our neck. Try to look back, center, and to the other side. Try looking back, center, back, center, back. Oh, that feels so good. Now bring your neck down and let the stress flow out of your fingers from your neck. Especially if you work on the computer a lot. This is a good one, right? Now, put your head back. Keep your eyes open. Otherwise, you might lose your balance. Oh, so good, so good. Now let's stretch like this. Bring your knee forward. Make sure it doesn't go over the toes. Come back on your toes with the back leg. Right? Down. Bend the knee and arms up. This is balancing. And try to stay up for a few seconds. Breathe. Breathe. Oh, so good. Let's switch legs. All the way back. Front leg. Push forward. Push. Come back on the toes. Feeling the stretch in the ankles. Yes. Now foot down and then bend the back knee. Bend it. And then arms up. Balancing. Balancing is so important as we age. All right. All right. I think we are warmed up. 12 minutes. Yes. I did an extra 2 minutes. That's good. All right. Today I'm going to start doing my jumping jacks. I don't think I've done it this week. And I'm going to show you the modified version. Let's see if Gloria is here. No, she's not. Okay. Okay. Crystal is here. That's good. All right. All right, you guys. Let's do another balancing exercise. We did it just Wednesday. We're gonna start arms out. You know, I always have this arm down, up, and then we're gonna lift our leg. But you need to find a point in the front. That's what's gonna keep you up, so you don't fall over. Find a point and focus on it. Let's lift one leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Now you see? And then we're going to lift the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see what I mean? All right, let's start over. I was focusing on my forehead. Maybe I need to find another point. All right, I'll look at the plank first. Let's start. You see, even I struggle. Leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my goodness. Bad balance, Maggie. So if you're doing the same thing, don't feel bad. And if you made it, bravo. I did it last time. But you know, I'm not a quitter. I'm going to start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's do it again on the other side. I think I'm going to do better on this side. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you see, even I'm not perfect with it. So keep doing it at home yourself so you get better. I know we do these, but these are not so much balancing, but this is definitely an exercise in balancing, okay? All right. Now we're gonna do the knee up, big arms, and then arms under the knee, all right? Oh, I thought I was gonna do my, let's do the jumping jack instead so I can get it out of the way. All right, we're gonna go for 50, and then this is your modified version for your jumping jack. If you have bad knees, Deborah, this is for you, and anyone else. If you can't do the jumping jack, that's okay. But I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. All right. I went above 50 because I wanted to challenge myself, right? That's what you do. You set a goal and then try to go beyond that. Got to give the heart a chance to slow down. This is good exercise for my heart. The 67-year-old heart, thank you. Very good. Very good. All right. Almost there. We got to work on that balance. Your breath is your power. So all that good oxygen, rich blood is flowing to my brain. Gonna keep away depression and anxiety and all that. Exercise is the cure for a lot of things. Not everything, but a lot. Regular. Just make yourself do it. All right. So now that I can carry a conversation, that's what you do to gauge how hard you're working your heart. You have to be able to maintain a normal conversation. You could be a little bit out of breath, but not to the point where you can't speak. No, push back a little bit. Don't strain your body like that. All right? Let's go. Arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. This is a good one. This is as much as jumping jacks, really. Except when jumping jacks, touching that ground is good for your bones. All right? So don't dismiss the jumping jacks, because remember, when you walk or when you run, you are helping the leg bones to make them stronger. It's not just popping mega doses of calcium. At our age, it's worthless. Okay? You can take your regular dose of calcium, but get out in the sun and get the vitamin D to make sure it goes into your bone to make them stronger. All right. I still have to give my heart a chance to reset. 21. Okay. So let's do the squats with the jar, which means I'm going to also be working my arms, the biceps, the triceps, and then we go on the ground and do some abs, right? Okay. So when you have the jar or some weights, and then if you bend into a squat position, and then we're going to do one. So now, well, let's just do it like this. That way we can work out our biceps and triceps, right? Go as low as you can. So you're also working the legs at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Don't bring the arms all the way down. 4, 5, 6, 7. Down on the leg. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, down, 16, 17, 18. You got to feel it in the legs. 19, 20. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20 more. 1, 2. You feel it in the leg? 3, 4. Breathe. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Challenge. 7, 8, 9, 10. And come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. Yes. I felt those. How'd you do? You doing okay? Yep. You did all 70. Yay! Very good. And let me tell you, don't neglect your workout. You know, that's why I like to do it in the morning instead before I get up. I know I started to do some late at night. But when I'm here, it's hard for me to change into work outfit to go to the gym. So that's why I make myself go out and walk in the streets, and I get my steps that way. All right, we're gonna be doing the plank. You know, planking is a very good exercise, and it's just as good as a jumping jack, but it's just like you're just tightening, right? So you get your stopwatch and you start counting. I did 70 seconds last time, so let's see. This is not a competition, remember. You do what you can, be proud of yourself. No one's gonna judge you. Let's go. Tight. Everything is tight. Your legs, your abs, your arms. Yes. In your neck, keep it in alignment, straight. Don't let it down. You're going to put pressure on it. Keep breathing. "30 seconds. Tight, tight, tight. "45. Let's go for 70 again. It's a 70 kind of day. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 70. 2, 70. Whew. Okay. We did 80 today. Wow. That's good. You know, I always like to push, even if it's 5 more seconds. That's how you train. You try to go beyond what you did the day before. Now let's stretch the back and curve the back. Stretch it and curve it. Oh, yes. Woo. So good. All right. Let's just do some glutes exercises. I'm not that great at it, but I try to do it sometime. All right. Extend the leg, and then we're going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. This is for the glutes and the leg, and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then bend it, and we're gonna go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Feel it in the glutes. And stretch the leg again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ouch. Oh. Now that is for the glutes. All right. Stretch. Stretch it. Whew. So good. So good. All right. Let's do some abs. Remember, we like to do the Kegel because they're tightening your bladder muscles. And if you're a woman of a certain age, and you've had children, yes, that should be of interest to you. So those babies sitting on our bladder, you remember when you were pregnant, going to the bathroom all the time because there was too much pressure on your bladder, and your bladder got soft. So what we need to do is to tighten. You know how we do? We're gonna go down. Let's stretch first. Upper ab stretch, lower ab stretch. Put your back on the ground. Always be conscious with an arch. Right? Okay. And the way we do it, we bring our ankle on the ground a little bit, just so that we help lower the back to the floor. Then we're gonna feel our bladder muscles are buried in there, under the fat and the muscle, and maybe part of the intestine, and then your bladder is right in there, right? So we're gonna take a deep breath, and then we hold for 30, right? You ready? Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, in. And exhale and tighten. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tighten. 8, 9, 10. Tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hold. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And then relax. Relax the abs. No pressure. You have to tighten the muscle and then release it. Tight, release. That's what's going to make it like a rubber band, right? So when your bladder is full, it's supposed to stretch. But then it's not supposed to automatically say, oh, I gotta go. You have to be able to control when you go pee. Like yesterday, I went somewhere and I went to the bathroom and I was like, oh, I can't. All the toilets were full, there was no paper, the floor was wet. I'm like, no puedo. So I said, I'm gonna hold it. But we started walking to the train and then we made a stop. And I look at that place and I'm like, oh, I think the bathroom is a little easier. So I asked the owner, may I use your restroom? He said, it's right there. And everyone was clean and I was able. But the thing is, you shouldn't have to be rushing every time your brain sends a message to your bladder. No bueno. Remember, we have a lot more brain control than we give our brain credit for. If the brain says hold it, it will hold it. But the muscle has to be in shape to do that, right? All right. Urinary urgency is something that we as women suffer from. I've had women where bladder was coming through their vagina because it was so no. And then they have surgery where they lift it. You know what? Anybody could go in there where the Lord didn't want anything foreign to go in there except the baby, right? All right, you ready? Deep breath in and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can pause it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it. Hold. Whew. And release. Right? Whew. Relax. All right. Now, let's do some legs. That's going to be for the abs. You can go up and down. Up, 2, 3, 4. Make sure your lower back is on the ground. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put it down. The other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now can we lift both legs? So let's say if you can do 5, that would be fine. But the danger with this exercise is you have got to keep your lower back on the ground. Otherwise, don't arch. Take your hands and put it under your buttocks so you kind of force your lower back on the ground. Ready? You're going to go 1 and up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up. 1 more, 6, up. See? You did it. So that should be one that you work on, right? If it was hard for you, work on it. All right. The last one we're gonna do today, and we're gonna come, and then the first one is usually hard. Are you still here? All right. So we're gonna go one, out, two, out, three, out, four, out, six, oh, five, six, going for 10, seven, oops, eight, oop, nine, oop, 10. You did it. Woo. That was a workout today. Oh yeah, 8:35. So let us stretch and we'll be done. Yes. Very good. All right. Let's stretch. Inhale. Thank you, God, for your blessing, for blessing us with another day. We don't know what awaits us, but we trust that you'll give us the strength to withstand. Stretch, 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 and up, upper body, extend, and bend the knees, and up, out, stretch on one side, stretch your obliques, the other side, stretch, stretch, oh, so good, and next stretch, center, back, center, back, center, shoulder rolls, and forward. Extend, warrior one, out, and stretch, and turn your face to the ceiling. This is a good balancing too. And down, and arms out, and bend, and straight ahead. Oh, yes, so good. And turn your face to the ceiling. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, whew. Push your arms through. Oh, bend the knees. And push. And push. And up, 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 up. All right, guys. I think we're done. You did good. Congratulations. Now you set for your day. Don't forget to check out the podcast, you guys. It's all free. Words of encouragement, words to live by to just get you on your way. Don't forget to like the video, give it a thumbs up. Stupid YouTube. Apparently that helps. I don't know. I'm just repeating what I hear. But whew, thank you so much for being here, for being with me. I says 8 folks. There are some people I don't know, but I don't see them in the chat. Thank you for joining. My pleasure. Have a good weekend, Deborah. Yes, have a good weekend. Please give the video a thumbs up. Greta, try to stay warm, my friend. I don't know what to tell you. I can't even imagine being in that cold again. Mm-mm. Yeah. I was telling in one of the podcasts that the first year I came from the Caribbean, I was in New York and we didn't have any heat. So I was layered up and I had a big old coat, used to be my mom's coat, and I was sitting there, 2 or 3 socks, my boots on and my gloves, and I was sitting there. "Ooh, ooh," I was just bawling. It's like, I want to go home. I don't want to be in this cold. It was terrible. But, and then we were sitting in front of the stove with all the burners up, you know? And I cried my eyes out, little 18-year-old, never been in the cold. That was terrible. That was terrible. But you know what? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, doesn't it? Yes. So when we have our kids and we want to give them everything and keep things, make things easy for them, you're not training them to be strong. No. That's why a lot of kids are so spoiled at the. I'm a retired nurse. Yes, I'm a nurse practitioner. I mean, my license is still valid till next. Is it this year or next year? Yeah. And I'm sad that I'm gonna let my license expire, but I tried to do something remotely and it didn't work. So they want you to be underground, even if you're gonna do remote, but it's like hybrid. They still want to see your face, and they don't. And I'm not gonna lie to someone saying I'm in the U.S. when I'm not. What I'm wanting to do right now, I would love to have be part of a cooking show. That's what I would like to do. Yes, we get older and we still have all these years left, so we need to set new goals. Now I debate. I see this little space and I'm like, it would be lovely to have a little cafe again from where what I used to do, but it was so much work that I'm kind of. You want to visit? Yeah, you should come and visit. Yesterday we went to have lobster, and there was a table full of people who were visiting. And then it's funny. It doesn't matter where I go. This lady looked at me. She's like, Maggie, I watch your videos. I'm like, oh, are you here? Or are you visiting? I'm visiting. And I said, how do you like it? Oh, I love it. I have not met anybody who I say, how do you like Panama? To say, no. Everybody is like, wow. This lady said, I am so impressed. That was a comment to me. I am so impressed. And I'm like, you and a whole boat of people, right? And then we started walking towards the metro and we went into this place where they sell hair. That's where I ended up using the restroom. And then this lady was sitting in a chair. They were doing something to her hair. And she looked at me. She's like, Maggie. It's a good thing my name is easy. She's like, Maggie, you the reason I'm here. And I'm like, oh my God. I get that a lot. And that makes me almost tear up, seriously. For people to say by watching my videos, and it's not just watching the videos, it's like watching someone who says, I'm older, I retired early, even though I'm a professional, I left a career, and I'm here and I'm loving it. Especially after what's been going on over there, people are so stressed out and so unsure, and you're somebody who looks like me or you Hispanic or whatever, and you're worried and your stress level is like here. People who can't get out are getting out, and when they come, and this lady said, "Oh, I feel so good here," blah blah blah. I said, "Yes." Some people say as soon as they hit the airport, they feel like that stress going down. She said, "You are right." She said, At the airport, I felt this, my shoulders, relaxing." And I'm like, she said, "Oh," and her husband was there. She's like, "I got to share this. I got to share this." I said, "Listen, you are not the only one who says as soon as they hit that airport, they feel like the weight they have been carrying. Leave them. They can breathe." And this is why I tell people when you first get here, just hibernate for a few days. Just stay indoors, order Uber Eats, just sleep, rest. And it's not just your body, it's your mind, your psyche. Because you've been on alert for so long, you don't realize how tight you are. And if you couldn't get a massage, do it. You know, we have a young lady who comes to the city sometime and she gives the best massages. So when she is here, we just call each other. She's here, you know. Vivi is here. Do you want a massage? You know, she's so good. Treat yourself. This kind of pressure and anxiety and stress, we just don't know all the damage it's done to us over the years. And especially as women, Black women, we just carry the weight of the world, you know, the family, the children, the job, the grandparents. You know, some people are raising their cousins' children. It's a lot. So once you can find an opportunity to escape, and I tell people, if it's really impossible for you to leave, take a sabbatical. Just get away for a few weeks or a few months if you can. And sometimes during the sabbatical, you can figure something out because your health, your life is at risk. That continued stress, you know, I kept telling people when I was teaching CPR, we used to get to a section that says risk factors, and you know, it's like being Black, being Native Americans, you know, and all that. You know, talk about our diet, and I'm like, you don't realize it's not just that; it's the way of life itself that is a stressor for these people. The way they're marginalized, the way they're treated and not accepted. You carry that with you every day. You walk into a room and you're on alert because you don't know how you're going to be perceived, how you're going to be received. I mean, that is a lot to carry for decades. So when they tell me, oh, we are at risk for high blood pressure, diabetes, I'm like, look at the lifestyle. That's what's killing us. It's not the disease itself. And now they're telling you all that cortisol and epinephrine and all this stuff that's spewing in your body. These are things God designed for you to use in an emergency. It's not supposed to be something you need to survive every day, which is what we've been doing. So if they were to draw cortisol level on most people of color and minorities in the US and everywhere, not just the US, it would be sky high because you're hyper alerted. You're constantly on alert. I'm driving down the road. I see a police car behind me. I just hit my phone. I'm like, hey, somebody's following me just in case. Isn't that how do we live like that day in and day out? And I used to tell people that was before we got so bad right now. I used to say, you know, you living in a community that never allows you to forget that you're a minority. Every day you are reminded at the job, in the grocery store, at the restaurant, right? I would just hear people say they go to New York City and they would hail a cab and the cab wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop. This lady was talking in a video about countries that she doesn't recommend that Black Americans go to. And she talks about Cape Town, South Africa. I went to South Africa, but I didn't get to Cape Town. But you hear the stories, right? And then she said she booked an Airbnb, and the little South African lady who was, you know, Caucasian said, "Be careful, lock your door. The blacks come and they heal and they do it." It's like everywhere you go, we carry this weight, the burden of who we are. We didn't choose to be like this. It's not our fault, but my God. But you know, again, in order for you to survive, you have to rewire your brain because if you go down that rabbit hole of everything that's being done to you continue to be done to you. Think of the indigenous people in the US, you know, think about them. I used to say they're almost forgotten. We just refuse to be ignored, but they're just like being pushed, you know, to the side. And then they say, oh, they have the high rate of suicide, high rate of drinking. Hello, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Society makes you self-destruct by the way they treat you, but that you have to realize it's pervasive. It's not just where you live, it's everywhere. I watched this guy go to Kenya, a Caucasian guy. He was at a hotel. He was a guest in the country. He had a couple of drinks, and what do you think he did? He went to the desk talking to the people who are in their home, and he was slapping them around. And they were so kind, they didn't retaliate. But we're like, well, some of us would have retaliated. But This is pervasive. It is not, and go to Australia, the stories you hear there, the way they treat the Aborigines. I mean, come on. It is everywhere. So you cannot get caught up in poor me. That's what they're doing to me. You have company. So you have to rewire your brain in order for you to survive because the goal is to self destruct. And if you allow the situations, the inequities, the injustices to break you, then they're like, up, one kick the butt. So you have to get in your mind to say, I heard somebody say yesterday, I won't say his name. He said, memory is a sign of resistance. I was like, wow, don't forget. You can't forget. So a lot of time we say, lest we forget, when you think about, 9/11 or things that happened, you don't want to forget it, but we can't forget our history. So even, you can take away all the books that you want, but what's here, they can take that away. But if you don't control this and you allow your body, your mind, your psyche to just go down that rabbit hole, either to suicide or drinking or getting involved with drugs or whatever it is, you're giving them exactly what they want. So you fight by staying alive. You fight by keeping your mind strong. You fight by doing everything you can, exercising, eating right, to be strong in your mind. That's how you fight. So don't allow yourself to give up. We cannot afford to do that. Our forefathers didn't give up, and that's why we have breath here today. So if you give up today, what's going to happen to the next generation? I mean, I worry, and I'm grateful to God I don't have grandkids, and I know a lot of you have grandkids, and my heart goes out to you. Because when I see what's coming, it's not pretty. And you see, what kind of world are we living for our children? So what you can do is to keep yourself strong and fight to the end. And I tell people, don't worry so much about your life. Life is fleeting. And you live to be this age, it's a blessing. So don't be worried about that. I'm not saying to become militant or extreme. That's not what I'm saying. But stay grounded and stay planted and create your own hope in your head. Because if you don't and you give up, you can't. So don't be obsessed with the news. Go out there and live your life. Be a good person. And that's what I talk about in this podcast. It's just to get you in the correct, positive mindset so you can go out every day. Because I was talking to the ladies yesterday and I said, when my kids were growing up, it was a daily fight. We consciously sat at the dinner table. It's like, tell me what's going on. What happened in school today? Because you had to deprogram your kids. Because in the school system, they were programming our boys to be nothing. They tell them in words and in deeds that you don't belong. You're not going to do anything. I told the story of the high school where my kids went. They had a building called Little Africa, which is where they pushed our kids for the electives. And they had cooking, sewing. Those were all the electives. Their electives with geography, trigonometry, advanced reading, whatever was designed, reserved for the other kids. But our kids, they say, oh, you can take 2 basketball classes. And I'm like, hell to the no. So I was the warrior for my kids. You got to deprogram your kids. You got to deprogram yourself. Don't sit there watching this trash on television and just, it's going to do something to you. You watch hours of it. Hours of it. I get up in the morning, I see what other bad news, and then I'm done. Right? You're done. I need to know what's going on, but I'm not going to feed myself a diet of this trash. I'm not. Oh, so-and-so is giving a press conference. I don't care. I'm not interested. I'm not watching. I still have that power. I control what I read. I control what I watch. And if it doesn't suit me, social media, unfollow. Yeah, I still have that power. I don't need that trash coming. So sometimes I'm like, how did that get on here on my wall? Get out of here. I don't need to watch that trash. I am not watching it. You have the power. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I got off on a on a soapbox today. Sometimes I do. I apologize. But anyway, you're a great grandmother. Oh, you got to be on your knees, sis. These children gonna, and I'm a witness that you never give up on your kids. Okay. I used to tell my kids, "Oh, you want to do this? I'm gonna go in my closet." To this day, I'll say, "Oh, I'm gonna go into my closet." Yes. And when whatever they wanted happening didn't happen, I'm like, "Oh, you don't want me to succeed. You don't want to." I know what's what. You think you grown, but you're really not. So I know. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to fuss. I'm going in my closet. Fasting and praying. That's how you break stronghold. You may not see the victory in your lifetime, but maybe your kids will. So you can give up. Don't give up. All right. Buenas, M. Thomas. This is not a live. Sometimes my friends, my subscribers think I'm doing a live. I'm not cooking today. We're just finishing our exercise program, and I just got to preaching a little bit. But oh my God. And that's what the podcast, I'm telling you, go on the front page and click on podcast. It's called the SWRA podcast. And I make you think a little bit. We get these little chit chats because I feel we all need a kumbaya at this point. Because, you wake up some days and you look at the news and, you get this sunken feeling and you're like, God damn, why? Why all these things happening? Well, I don't know why. And I have to say, well, I don't know why. And I look up and I'm like, you allow this, you're allowing this to happen, right? Okay. But I can't afford to get mad at him. He's grown. It's up to me to adjust my attitude, right? My attitude. And keep yourself standing, strong, unwavering. Know where you stand. And I think, was it Martin Luther King who said, um, something to the effect that life is not worth living if you're not willing to die for something you believe. Don't hang on to your life too tightly, sis. This life is fleeting. You don't know what's waiting for you in the next minute. Look at the kidnapping an 84-year-old person. I mean, I would say who does that, but I know who does that, and because they've raped and got little grandmothers. It's crazy. What do you do with an 84-year-old person? That's evil. Of course, we don't know the story because I'm like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but usually when I hear the stories, I'm like, something smells fishy here. But I don't say it out loud. But in my mind, because I'm always thinking ahead, and that's a bad habit I have. Sometimes I'm like imagining things, if I'm looking for something or thinking about something, I'm like, oh, it could be this or that. It never turns out the way I think. Never, ever. But it's a good exercise for my mind to imagine. That's the dreaming part that keeps you sane. It's a good exercise for your brain to imagine, to envision things. Yes. It elevates you from the day to day to day so you can get a little solace up here. That's something God has done for us, so we can do that. That's why meditation works so well. It elevates people to a different sphere where you're leaving the natural and you just kind of, you need that. That's what prayer does, isn't it? That's what praise and worship does when you go to church. Of course, some churches just go way out of, you know. I remember going to a church with a particular denomination, which I was like, we spent 2 hours. It was praise and worship and offering. Yeah, we had 4 offerings. There was no preaching of the word. It was just a party. People were running up and down the aisle, and I was like, "Where am I? What is this? Am I at a dance hall or what?" But it was like, "Oh, we're gonna get the first offering for God, the second offering for the pastor, the third offering for the missionaries." And I watched these poor people running to the front, giving out their monies, and I'm like, "And your rent is due tomorrow." Come on, stop the brainwashing. Yes, meditation does that. And that's one of the ways you kind of just to keep yourself sane, sis. If that helps you, for me, it's cooking. Cooking, putting some classical music on, I'm in the zone. Walking, stuff like that. Mine is very simple. I don't do meditation, but whatever works for you, works for you. Some people said yoga with meditation. Well, it kind of calms your spirit and brings you down. Yes, we have a sister who does that. This one lady said they were doing some cleansing thing at the river. I don't know how that works, and I'm not into that. But whatever it is, I don't judge anybody for what they're doing if whatever you're doing is to save yourself. And it takes more energy nowadays to keep yourself sane. So when you hear people taking pills, disappearing, like this guy who was to dance, and I told you before, in in society, whenever you see somebody who is hyper excited, who's always up, 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 like they're the life of the party and they're always cracking jokes, it's like, does he ever come down? That's not a normal behavior because we all do this. We're up and we're down. We're up and we're down. Nobody stays up all the time. That's no bueno. We don't want to be in the dumps all the time. No bueno. The balance, right? So you may get up one day and you're like, oh, and whenever I start feeling like that, the self-talk, that works for me. It's like, oh, Maggie, snap out of it. Snap out of it, sis. Let's go to the mall. Let's go get a latte. Let's go for a walk. Cook something, right? Do whatever works for you, whatever calms your heart, whatever brings you joy. You need to consciously do some of that. That's what's going to keep you sane in this maddening world. But if every day you're like, oh my God, what can you do about it? It's a futile exercise to keep saying, woe is me, when it's out of your control. Whatever you can do, do it. The rest, let it go. Because one thing I know, everything is a cycle. Everything comes and goes. There's nothing new under the sun. I tell myself and others, mankind has always been rotten to the core. But also mankind has the ability to do good and be good. And it's that constant pull between good and evil. This is it. You got the feeling, whatever it is, find your thing that feeds you, that keeps you up. If it's talking to the grandkids, if it's going out with the girls, having brunch, if it's going to get a massage, go to the spa. Don't look at it as, oh my God, I'm wasting money. No, you're investing in yourself. So I spend money buying, things to cook on Sundays. Sometimes it may not be something I want to cook. Some people say, oh, cook some chicken. I don't usually eat chicken, but if you want me to do it, I'll do it. Right? So I pay some money, but it's an investment because for me, it's therapy. What is it that makes you feel good? What is it that brings you joy? Do more of it. Invest in it. Maybe it's to get your hair done. Maybe it's to get your nails done. Whatever it is, do it. Do it, do it, do it. All right. Oh my God, what time is it? I went on a soapbox today. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm holding you all hostage. I apologize. Bye. God loves you. You know I love you, huh? Check out the podcast, ladies, and hit that like button one more time. All right. All right. All right. All right. Well, tomorrow I was supposed to go out and start a new series. I was going to walk in the different neighborhoods that are here in the city, and I'm going to extend to some, thank you, to the interior. So I think it's going to be a little bit more in depth, giving you any good cafe recommendation for where are you, M. Thomas? So many cafes here. I love coffee bean and tea leaf, coffee bean and tea leaf. I'm not a Starbucks person in terms of coffee. Oh my God, I have an 11 o'clock. I'm glad you reminded me. With somebody, we're having coffee at Siete Granos. Siete Granos is a brand. They are in El Congrejo and also in San Francisco. I have had a good cup of, remember, here in Panama, black coffee is called Americano. Coffee, they don't put cream, but if you say you want coffee con leche, they use whole milk. That's cafe con leche. Or or a latte. A latte, they're just gonna froth it, right? And where else have I had good coffee? I don't like the coffee at Ray's. It's way too strong. They have a new place here in El Congrejo called, is it Thomas? Not Thomas. I wasn't impressed with their coffee either. Um, yeah, there's a place at Albrook. There's a place at Albrook. It's next to Cafe Duran. Cafe Duran is a good brand. That's what I use at home. You know, I've tried something more expensive, but I like Cafe Duran. And they say it's the oldest Panamanian brand of coffee. It's better than Bustelo. Shh. To me, to me, in Panama City, yeah, Albrook, inside Albrook, where the information desk is, they have a gelato place on one side and then they have two coffee places on the other side. The one that says Cafe Duran, that's that one, but next to it, I think it says crepe something. They have good coffee because they use the Palo Alto coffee, which is made by the same company that makes the geisha coffee in Boquete. That's the most expensive. Yes, I am in Panama City. That's the most expensive coffee. So Palo Alto is in a nice, pretty bag, orange. I remember getting there and asking for a latte, and then I was like, that's really good. And then I went back and I said, let me have an iced coffee. I was really hot and I tasted it so good. And then I was like, oh, they use a Cafe Duran. And then I looked on the shelf, it was Palo Alto. So that's a brand of coffee. If you ever, you can buy it. They don't have an instant. Why? You have to put it in a machine, right? Or in a coffee maker. And it's pretty good coffee. So I like that. Um, there are other places I want to try. So today I'm gonna try Siete Granos to see. They say they make good coffee, so I don't know. And I'm a coffee drinker. But next to my building, there is a really small. It's not small, old kind of. It looks like a diner, and then their coffee is really good. And I see them. I haven't checked to see what brand they use. But you know, a lot of times the coffee comes out, it has to do with technique. That's why people go to barista school because it has to do with temperature and it has to do with the quality of the water, believe it or not. Because I used to own a cafe and wow, this is the thing I miss the most is my cappuccino machine. OMG. You know what? I am here alone, but I would invest in a cappuccino machine. I can't afford it right now, but I would because I love a good cup of coffee. And I was watching, yes. Wow, it's kind of in the middle, so you can get to it from. I usually come from the one across from the terminal, Leon, the Lion. When you go to the Lion, you go straight, and then you turn left, and it's gonna be on the right hand side where they have the cars displayed in that area. Yes, I am. I love Duran coffee. Yeah, that's what I use. And I was like, I bought a small because I don't eat too many cups of coffee. One cup usually, not even every day. And I wanted to try the Palo Alto, so I bought the bag and then I went to Nove and got like a 5-cup coffee maker. But I got tired of it. I'm like, oh, I have to clean the filter. I'm like, too much work. So I went back to my instant Duran. I'm like, too much work. Yeah, Leon entrance. Yes, yes. We have a mall here in Panama. All the entrances are named after like a wild animal. The tiger, lion, rhino. Um, they have is it a giraffe? No, the giraffe is inside. So they are big into those animals. Hilton Garden. Okay, our plan is to take the metro today for some. Hey, good. I'm gonna head to Outbook today after I meet with my lady for coffee. I need to go to the bank. Every mm, when the month turns, you got to transfer money and pay your bills, and yeah. Oh, you going by cars? By the cars? Yes, yes, yes. And like I said, you're gonna see two coffee places. One in Durant, I think, and then the other side, it says it's got crepes. Yeah, they sell crepes. They have pastries and other things. That one, and then the iced coffee is amazing. It was amazing. But sometimes I like something real good, and then I go back. It's like, eh. Like yesterday, we went back to the place to get the lobster tails, and I was in bed today, and I'm like, I think the guy, he messed. So we ordered 2 pounds of lobster tail. Usually, we have a young lady wait on us. Today, what this time it was a guy, and he came with one plate. Usually, the girl brings two plates, and I'm like, and I'm thinking they probably kept some of those lobster tail back there for them. No bueno. No bueno. What do you think about the hop on? It's a great way to see the city. Actually, I haven't done it, but I want to do it. It's like on a Sunday. It's a good Sunday afternoon. I'm always looking for something to do, right? Last week, I went to La Chorera. This week, I don't know what I'm going to do, but tomorrow I was supposed to go out with the driver to scout the neighborhood, but then I have a consultation call. They just put it on my calendar, and I'm like, shoot, I won't be able to do it because I have two Spanish classes, and then I go walk in the morning. Then I have the two classes, and I'm going to have that call. Then I have the live at 4. Saturdays, I'm a tired puppy. So on Sunday, and then I have to figure out what am I going to cook on Sunday because tomorrow I may not have time. I can't go to San Felipe tomorrow. That's just too much in one day. Mm-mm. Lady, you got to space this old aging body, right? So I have to figure that out. And so Sunday afternoon, I'm always looking for something to do. I try, maybe I'll catch a movie or I hop on a bus and just go sightseeing. So the double decker bus definitely for people who don't know the city is hop on, hop off. It's a good way to do it. Some people can buy a 2-day too. And then you get off and go walk around, buy something, eat something. And that's how you get a feel for the neighborhood. Look at the sidewalks. Be careful. Look at the sidewalks because they're treacherous, okay? Yeah, I think coffee definitely takes skills because sometimes they give you the coffee and you're like, oh. And I've had bad coffee. I can't remember exactly where, but I was like, oh no, mm-mm. No bueno. One coffee I don't like is the one at Ray because Ray, when you go inside by the bakery, my danger zone that I pass by is like because they have all the pastries there and the bread. It's like, oh, I love it all. I love all that. But I think I'm more gluten sensitive now, so I can't indulge. I haven't had a croissant in a little while. See, I'm talking myself into cheating. Listen, listen. What's the purpose of life if you can enjoy something? I don't eat it every day, but if I say I'm going to have the fried fish and patacones once a week, or once a month, and I don't think I even do that. And I said I'm going to have croissant once a month. So by the time I do the once a month, I have one cheap one every day. But I love it. I love it. I don't believe in denying myself everything all the time. Like I've been good with the nuts. I went crazy with the nuts. So I've been good now, but I'm going to Outlook. That is not good because Super 99 is right there. No bueno. Sometimes my legs take me there. I don't want to go, but my legs just carry me. And I get the little, not so good for you. The problem with me is like I'm buying, I like this one, but I buy four of them. I know, I know. And I don't want to go to the lab. They'll say, "Oh, Maggie, your cholesterol is." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. I don't worry about my cholesterol. I try to live healthy, but I do cheat. I do. I will look for you at the mall. Yes, they moved the coffee machine to the front now at Ray. Yes, I saw that. I saw that. But I did not like the coffee. I'm gonna try it with the machine. Well, that's the machine they had in the back. But I think you can still get it when you buy a pastry and then the coffee. I was like, ooh, that's bad coffee. So I'll give it another try. Oh my God, yes. I'm a metro rider. I'd rather. Yes, I saw it. I saw it the other day next to the plants also. I saw people getting coffee there. They do the same. I think the first place I saw it was in Bay Vista, the Ray there. I saw people. I'm like, oh, they get their own coffee. That's pretty good. But you know, we use coffee machine. The what is it that you people buy? The Keurig. It's the same thing. Um, but you know, I grew up with my mother having the cloth coffee filter. You boil the water, you put the coffee in, and you drip it, drip, drip, drip. And my grandmother used to have strong coffee. Listen, and she lived to be 94, so there was nothing about coffee you're gonna tell me. And then she would boil some more water and do another run and give us the watered down version because we were kids. Otherwise, we'd be. Oh, I miss my grandma. She was an angel. So pretty and so kind. My grandmother didn't have one bad bone in her body. She was so innocent. Loved her. And I was her favorite grandchild. Yes. Oh my God. Yes, cappuccino. Um, I remember going to Italy and I was in Florence and you know I saw a coffee shop. I've always loved coffee because I grew up drinking coffee. And then I don't know if somebody told me before that no, I went and I said, un cafe. And then he brought me this little thing, teeny thing. And I'm like, that's not what I want. I want un cafe. He said, cafe. So that's why, you know, when I went to Chile, that's what I saw. So when that was the espresso, I asked for a cafe, he gave me an espresso. And then I found out that that was years ago. I don't know if it's still true today. That if you go into a coffee shop in Italy and you ask for an espresso, whatever, you go at the bar and you drink your coffee, you pay one price. But if you ask for a table, there is an extra charge to sit down. So, oh, my grandmother was so lovely. You know, she lived with my mom towards the end. And in my house, the whole family used to gather on Sunday after church. Everybody, it wasn't Sunday dinner, even though my mother cooked. But all the other uncles and aunts and other grandkids came to my house to see grandma, to see my grandmother. So the funniest thing, my grandmother had strong Cherokee in her. So she was very light skinned and she had really fine hair that if we braided it, we could tie it under her chin, and it was that long. And all the grandkids, everybody would bring their little comb, and everybody would, you know, it would be like five or six of them playing with grandma's hair, and she sat there like a little cat, let them all pet her and play with her hair. And then when everybody was gone, she said, "Maggie, come fix my hair." That's why I was a favorite. I loved her. It was an espresso. Oh my God, yes. No, I don't do espresso like that. And I was gonna tell you, I saw this little lady. She said she's 108 years old. She said, "I'm gonna tell you six or seven things that I eat every day to keep me 108." She was sharp as a tack. She was beautiful. Her skin, I mean, I was And then she said every day she has a cup of strong black coffee. She said, don't listen to all the trash they tell you about coffee. And it's true. I could get up in the morning. Today I'm good. But some days I was like, oh, I'm dragging. And I know I need a cup of coffee. But she said, no sugar, no cream. And I'm like, I can't have black coffee. So I'm already starting on a negative, right? And then she said, red meat, grass fed beef. Yes, she said she has that. And she has some berries every day. She said it doesn't matter if it's blueberry, blackberry, whatever berry. She said, I get some every day. What else did she say she had? Fermented vegetables. Yes, you know how people can and then they keep their cabbage and their. She said she has fermented vegetable. Let's see, coffee. Oh, and eggs. She said she has 2 eggs every morning. Remember that they tell you eggs are bad, and then recently they're like, oh, eggs are not so bad. Telling you, don't listen to these people. And I'm a medical person, but I'm very skeptical. Whenever a new research comes out, I'm like, let's wait and see. See what they're telling us about all these cholesterol lowering medication. Oh, now it's like, oh, they're not good for you. They're killing your liver. Well, I knew that. I went to see a doctor one time, and the little, she was a physician's assistant. And I think she said my cholesterol was 280 something. And she said, oh, according to the protocol, you're supposed to be on this. I'm like, save your script. I said, I'm not taking any of that. She was offended because she knew I was a nurse practitioner. I'm like, you can save your script. I said, I'm not taking any of that. No. And then now you're telling me cholesterol is not bad. You need it for your brain because my triglycerides are good, my HDL is to the roof. I'm not going to worry about that. I don't. Blood pressure, I posted that. People want you to have a 100 over 70. Not everybody needs such a low blood pressure. If my blood pressure drops like that, it did a few times, I feel kind of weird. I have to come home, put my feet up, eat, drink. My blood pressure is like 120, 130 over 80 something. That's the good blood pressure for me. So don't let these doctors just mess you up with these medications because these pharmaceutical companies are giving them kickbacks and trips and Mercedes and stuff. So they're pushing, pushing, pushing. I'm like, I'm not taking it. 20 years ago, I went to have like the first DEXA scan, to check for osteoporosis. And my gynecologist said, oh, you have osteopenia. You have a precursor to osteoporosis. Here's a prescription for Fosamax, which is another medication. I looked it up. It said you can have your bone are going to rot over here. And I'm not taking that. And you save your script. I'm not doing it. Do your research and don't listen to all this medication, pills, pills, pills. And I also told you the story about this little lady who went to her doctor. I think she had a blood pressure of 150 over something, right? Instead of telling the lady, lose weight, watch what you eat, drink, sleep, manage your stress, script. So they put her on one medication. She went back for follow up because more visits to follow up. Then she was like 140. Oh no, you're not at uh optimal, right? Another prescription. So now this little lady, I think she was 75, 2 blood pressure medication. Started taking it. She went back 130 over something. Oh, you're still not at 3rd blood pressure medication she put that poor little lady on. First of all, you older, your kidneys don't work like they did when you were 20. Your liver, all these organs that process your medication, they don't process it as much, which means all the medication is in your system is doing its thing. So this lady became so confused and weak, she slipped and fell, broke her hip because of low blood pressure, because she was at 107 over 74. Oh, you're at optimal with 3 blood pressure medication at her age. So the lady had surgery, went to rehab, and I can tell you in those rehabs, in those hospitals, sometimes you can survive the surgery, but the post-op infections will do you in. So she developed an infection, sepsis, and died. Okay, so now At 150 over whatever, that wasn't going to kill her. Why did you do that? So you got to rein in your doctors. And I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm telling you, when the doctors keep prescribing, you got to say, even if you take the prescription, you don't have to go see a holistic doctor and see what they're going to tell you. What can you do to mitigate this problem before you start taking all these pills? Because they have side effects, they have complications. Come on. I have a blood pressure machine. I check my blood pressure, at least I try once a week. And then I see if I feel a certain way, I'm going to check it. A couple of times I felt kind of weird and it was like 100 over something. And I'm like, that's way too low for me. That's what we call symptomatic, blood pressure. That means if your blood pressure is at a level where you feel weak, lightheaded, it's too low for you. And as you get older, your body, because your arteries are stiffer, you should tolerate a higher blood pressure, not 100 over 70. I don't know how much I can preach that. People listen to these doctors like they're God. Some of these doctors are incompetent and they don't care if you drop dead. Your life is your own. Do your research. Go natural. Now, I'm not telling you if you have a diagnosis of cancer, don't take your chemo. This lady did that, I read. She had colon cancer. She's like, I'm going to go see a natural whatever doctor. Oh, no chemo. Be smart. If you have a toxin, something that's killing you inside, follow your doctor. And also, what I tell you also is don't wait till you get a diagnosis to take care of yourself. Don't wait. Manage your weight as best you can. Eat right. Don't smoke. Don't drink. Do the positive things. Because God created doctors and medication for a reason to help you, but they're not all in all. Right? So, yeah, this poor lady dropped dead. She didn't have to die. Right? But it would take, you know, a family that is really in engaged and understanding to go to that doctor and say, well, you didn't manage my mom well enough. I'm not advocating that they sue or anything like that. I think it's up to the patient and family. You know what everybody needs? If you're not a medical person, you need an advocate, and an advocate that thinks like you do. Like for me, I don't want any extraordinary measures. If something happens to me, I live to be 68. I'm like, I want to be comfortable. Let me go. I don't want all this stuff done to me, but that's personal, right? I don't criticize anybody who wants to go get involved in research protocol or whatever. That's up to you. I don't want that. Okay. So, but you need an advocate. You need somebody to speak for you. If you're intimidated or you don't know what to say, what to ask, these doctors who are always busy on their laptop, they don't even look at you when they're doing the visit with you. You don't need a doctor like that. You can find a good one. Sometimes you try 1, 2, 3 until you get to the right one. Nurse practitioners are good. And I'm just not biased, but because a lot of us are women, we listen, we connect, and we also get better results, better reviews. And the doctors don't like us. Shh. Because there is more humanity. But they do have a few good doctors, but they're so stressed and under so much pressure with the numbers. It's like crazy. Internists or general practitioners are fine. Yeah, as long as they have your personal health in mind, that you're not a number. That's the thing. When I was doing training for nurse practitioner, we worked with a clinic, and this doctor was so smart. She would hire nurse practitioner students, medical students, and they were coming from India and other places. She even owned homes and put them up, and they would come in her clinic. I don't know. I hope she was paying them something. I don't know. But we may have 8 students with that day with 3 doctors. So they were able to pile on the visit, the patients on each doctor, because each doctor was assigned like 2 or 3 of us, free labor. And then we did all the research, we got all the labs, and then we went in before the doctor, saw the patient, got him ready, and then all he had to come is like, yes, no, boom. So it was like 30, 35 patients a day. Multiply that by 3 or 4 doctors. It's a business. So if you don't have somebody who say, wait a minute, how about this? How about that? She wouldn't want that. She wouldn't want that. What's the alternative? Anything else we can try? Listen, you need that. You need an advocate, someone to speak for you. Thank you, Miss Thomas. Every morning she would have tea with cream. Yes. Right now they are telling black people to use sunscreen. Now a lot of black people are saying that their vitamin D is too low when they get it checked. I don't know if it's the sunscreen that's doing it or not, but I'm always an advocate to get out in the sun and get your natural vitamin D. You hear me say that all the time. And I said also that with COVID, the majority of people who did worse had very low vitamin D. All right. I don't know about the sunscreen and vitamin D. I haven't researched that, so I can't speak to that. White coat syndrome, definitely, when you go to the doctor, your blood pressure is a little elevated. And that's why a good doctor would say, get a machine, take it every day, write it down, and bring it to me so I can compare with what I see today in the office. And if it's good at home and it's high in the office, yes, that white coat syndrome. What do you think of intolerance? Yes, you know your body. Yes. Speaking of holistic, if you have any holistic recommendation doctors, do you know any here in Panama? Well, the only holistic doctor I know is Dr. Duncan. He is very holistically oriented and he will talk to you about other things you can do to your body to manage your illness. He does infusion and stuff with the vitamins and stuff. That's the only one I know. They probably have others, but I'm not aware of it. All right, ladies. Oh my God, I gotta go get ready. 9:30. Yep. All right, guys. Have a beautiful day. Okay. God bless you. Thank you for hanging with me. I don't know. I went off today. Wow. Bye.